How's it going, guys? Takio598 back with yet another video, the second part to the Republic at War version 1.5 review. This time we're going to cover land, both sides of land faction, and I'm also going to discuss future videos, future plans for my channel later on near the end. But first, let's kick in with this review. As you know from the last video that I did, we covered space, and I said that I was sick, and I'm literally recording this 10 minutes after the space review, so apologies that I'm still going to be sick, as well as the mic may be making noises during the video. Anyway, to kick in with this video, we're going to build something familiar, the good old mortar siege weapon that the separatists had during their land battle. Support pads are still functional, both space and land custom maps, which I'm really glad, because those are actually quite good things. I'm glad they stayed with the mod. So now we've got this thing running, we're just going to quickly test it to remind ourselves how powerful this is, because I really like this weapon. Again, there's not much changes to land, much like there was space. The only main difference to land this time is just the AI balance. So there's not really much new units, new upgrades. There's not even new positioning them in different buildings, much like the super weapons in the space battles. So not much difference in the land. So we're just going to cover some of the basics in this version, like this big explosion, which I really like. From the mortar, a bit overpowered, but very short range, and I think it has a shorter range than in the first version of the mod. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Probably good because it's overpowered, but it's kind of not just like a defensive weapon. This kind of feels like something that should be on the offensive, maybe longer range, but takes way more time building or costs very much, for example. But oh well, it's just like a defensive weapon now, so that's not too bad, I guess. So support pads are still accessible in Republic at War, even in this version. We're just going to jump ahead to see what they can build. We're currently building a hut palace. You can build hut palaces, mining facilities, and repulse and lift jammers at these things still, much like in the original Empire at War, Forces of Corruption. Now you only see there's only 2 units to choose from. There was a couple more in the original version, but that's because like the pod walkers are Republic units, so yeah. We're just going to call in a few units now to march against the Republic base and see how they differ from the original version. See if they move, act, or shoot differently or not. I'm guessing not. This is only like an update to the first version, and the second version with new units will be coming out shortly. Not sure when exactly, but hopefully soon. And I do apologise for this cough and this sickness, but I just really wanted to get these 2 videos out as soon as I could, and it just so happened I had to be sick when I was recording them, so apologies for that. Anyway, we're just going to march the separatist forces to the Republic base, and then we're going to switch sides, see how the Republic differs in this version of the mod, and yeah, just work our way from there. So like I said, there's not much actual changes. The big difference is the AIs. I feel like they play a bigger role in this game. Like in skirmish, all they would usually do is just build a certain tier of units. So they'll only build a certain tier of units, such as light tanks and infantry, but as the tech level goes up, they're more like they learn from, you know, gaining tech levels to enemies' attacks, to you know, countering enemies' attacks as well. So I feel like they learn more, they bring in all heavy weapons as well, they kind of mix it up more. So I think that the AI is kind of more balanced in this. It's like actual fighting human people this time. So a good idea for that. So we're just going to march our separatist forces to the Republic base, and we're going to switch sides and see how Republic differs. So not much changes for land, and we're going to call in some pirates. This is the pirate dropship, just a rebellion ship mainly because pirates don't need a certain dropship for this mod. It would probably look better like the pirates in the pirate ships in the Clone Wars series, which is now cancelled, which sucks. That would be a good idea for pirate themes. We could go with some pirates in this game. Anyway, sorry. We're just going to march our forces to Republic base and switch sides to see how it differs. So, as you can see, my AI seems to be very more aggressive in this game. Kind of liking it. Kind of puts you on the edge more than it did in the original game. The original game, they are kind of the same as Empire or AIs, except like their damage was increased, so it was a lot harder to fight them, but it was still like fighting actual AI, so I'm glad that the AIs has changed. Well, they've definitely felt they've changed from what I've played so far, so that's a good thing. So we're just slowly marching our forces towards Republic base, and yeah, gonna carry on with this video here. I apologise for my sickness again and for the mic breaking up. I'll hopefully be finding a solution to both of these problems very soon. And like I said, stick around to the end of the video for future plans for my videos, especially involving Republic at War Let's Plays that I will be bringing back soon. And anyway, yep, we're just gonna focus on this attack. That's not really much more else to say. Not much is different. Oh, before I do go on, I do notice that the maps has also been redesigned, the custom maps. So, for example, that support pad at the very beginning, usually on this map it will be across the river, but now it's more in our territory. So, most of the maps in this game have been redesigned. From what I've seen, like they've been redesigned because it is kind of better, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, so maps have been redesigned as well for land. Don't think they have space, to be honest. Anyway, we've jumped to Republic side now to have a look at their units and upgrades and support. And yeah, and we're going to end this review off quite quickly. Much like the Republic, not much difference with the original mod. It's very hard to say, seeing as there isn't that much differences, but I feel like I should cover them. And we still got the original 4 support pad options, like health, vehicle repairs, communications, and mercenaries for this. I've covered all of these in separate Let's Play, so do check them out on my channel. So for now we're just going to build a standard forward command base, which can build us new units and give us new upgrades. And we're about to see something interesting that I find with the AIs about these support pads. In the original mod, I noticed that the AIs didn't like to use the support pads, whether it was space or land. They didn't really like to use them, probably because it wasn't actually theirs. If they build them, then they would use them, but if the player builds them, then they wouldn't like to use them. If that makes sense. So, except this time, they'd like to use them, even if I build them. So I've built it, and I'm currently researching it because I've got the access. But they've built their own arc gunships. This one isn't mine, it's just AI controlled, and they've brought in a hero that can only be brought in via the communications base. So I'm glad that the AIs can use the supply pads now as well. I feel like most of the tweaking in this version of the mod has been to the AIs, but I think it's been good tweaking. The AIs just, you know, if the battles against them will just feel better. That the fact that they can use your own support pads. So I'm looking forward to that in both space and land. And yeah, we're just going to focus on by taking out the separatist base this time, and then we'll focus on future video plans on my own channel. Not much difference to the Republic. I've pretty much covered that's all there needs to be in this new version of the mod. Explosions, as you can see, still look amazing as ever. That's one of the reasons why I like this mod, because of how it looks. And yeah, I really like this mod. I'm glad that I finally got this version to play with. Now we see we've got the AI trying to focus around with their new units. Now we're bringing in just some heavy class units to help take care of the base. Like hits such as the walkers. We've got our own versions of the walkers back, and hopefully we'll be able to have some fun with them with some Let's Plays very soon. Yep, I've pretty much covered. I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah, it's very hard to talk about things for the entire video when there isn't that much to cover. But I feel like I should get enough content. If that makes sense, like 13 minutes, 10 minutes-ish content for a review. I think it's enough, even if I probably haven't got enough material to talk about from there. Plus the fact that I'm sick and this mic is breaking may not make this the best review, but you know, I'm just trying to slowly cover it as best as I can. So I'm very sorry for all this. But yeah. Not much new units. As you can see, all these are just originals. Even their design hasn't changed much. I just feel like this has been balance tweaking, AI tweaking. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this mod. Let's plays will be coming soon. I'll discuss those in a couple of minutes regarding to the video. So now we're just gonna wait until the action unfolds, and then I can get to the appropriate time to discuss about future videos, which will probably be in a few seconds anyway. So we've pretty much covered both space and land. Yeah, covered space and land, not much difference, like I've already said. And goddamn, I'm really glad of how the AI has turned out. I think that's probably the big major difference as for both space and land, how they've turned out. It'll be more of a challenge. It'll not just be more of a challenge because it wasn't originally, but it'll be more entertaining to fight them. So we're marching our forces slowly to the separatist base, and that's pretty much it for what's new in this mod. Not much, I know, but yeah, it will help especially with filming Let's Plays quite soon. Now, at this point of the video, it's close to the end, like 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to discuss future plans for my videos, because when I was uploading Halo Covenant at War Mods, I was getting, like, people were talking about, you know, how this version is out, haven't got it yet, you're going to play it. So obviously, because of this review, I will be playing it, and I will be uploading Republic War back to my channel. I will definitely be doing that. However, I still have about 3 to 4 Let's Plays from the Halo Covenant War mod. So here's what's going to happen. These 2 reviews will probably be up on my channel by now. Yeah, I'm going to put these up straight away because I feel like I don't want to wait anymore, especially with this sickness. I just, you know, want to get them up as fast as can. And the remaining Halo Covenant War Let's Plays will then follow afterwards. So after these 2 reviews, I'll jump back to the last Halo Covenant War Let's Plays that I recorded a while ago and upload those, because I feel like it would just be a waste to leave them out. After that, I will be uploading Republic at War Let's Plays, mainly skirmishes to, you know, get a feel around the new factions. And yeah, do check out my other videos like Slender and Prop Hunt that will be coming out soon as well, and also The Hidden will be coming out soon. Anyway, so that's what's going to happen. Covenant War coming soon. Thanks for watching.